Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Dae Hwang. So today we are talking about 12 differences between the poor and the rich. Have you ever wondered what sets the wealthy apart from the rest of us? So this is the video for you. We are going to break down the habits, mindset, and behavior that separate the rich from the poor, from financial tips to daily routines, and understanding these differences can help us make a positive change in our life. And now, grab your notebook and get ready to learn some valuable insight. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe our channel for our great content. So now, let's jump right in.
Number one, poor people eat fast food. Health incredibly important, yet many poor people show little interest in understanding what's in their food, what a healthy meal should look like, or the basic nutrition. Poor people often consume large quantities of sugar and fats with no nutritional value, actively harming their bodies. This aspects their ability to perform at their full potential. If you're not healthy, all aspects of your life will suffer. For example, physically, mentally, professionally, and even romantically. Number two, poor people buy clothes or products on sale. The only thing you should buy on sale is stocks. Why are poor people focus on conserving or stretching the little they have? The rich focus on increasing their incomes. Consider this. The clothes that end up on sale are those that people who could afford to pay the full price didn't want. By purchasing clothes on sale, you are ensuring that you look like someone who can't afford to pay full the price. Sometimes you will realize that you purchased items for nothing. You will never want them. Just bought them and put them in your wardrobe, which only ends up ruining your wardrobe space. Number three, poor people watch a lot of entertainment show or reality show on social media. For example, if you have the time to watch reality shows on TV, chances are you are probably not onto the path to financial success. It's astounding how much time is wasted on meaningless television by those struggling financially. These distractions are designed to grab your attention and not let go. Consider this: if you know which celebrities is dating home, you're glued to TV show as episode air weekly, for example, Justin Bieber or Selena Gomez. Or if you have a favorite news channel, you're likely watching too much television. This excessive screen time is one of the main reasons of your life may be stagnant. Celebrities gossip or buzz offer no real value to the life. They only serve to enrich the celebrities. Rich people aim to be on TV instead of watching it. You might goof, but later on, I'm watching Running Man, which is a reality funny show that helped me disconnect. That's precisely the issue. You disconnect from your problems instead of addressing or resolving them. Jones Layton once said, "Time you enjoy waiting is not wasted time. However, think critically. Should sitting and watching a screen be something you truly enjoy doing?" Before we move on to the second point, let's clarify what we mean by having a favorite news channel. You might say the only good reason to watch TV is to stay informed about the world. The issue here is that TV stations often have biases that skew their reporting. Instead, use the power of the internet to get a quick overview of current events and then focus on your goals. Number four, poor people wake up late. In their early years, poor people are often lazier than the rich. We know this statement might be controversial, but statistically, it holds true. Those who use their youth to grow and develop themselves are much less likely to remain poor later in life. If you wake up late, don't educate yourself and waste time on the meaningless activities, you eventually find yourself far behind in meeting the world's demand. This can lead to a miserable existence. The paradox is that people who don't focus on growth early life often end up working much harder with a little success later on just to stay afloat. I'm very sure you will see a lot of videos on inspiring individuals on motivation channels, and almost of them, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, and more, wake up early. Number five, poor people don't suffer as often as rich people. Initially, we thought it was just a myth, but it turns out to be true, and it explains a lot of when you really think about it. Most jobs today are in the service industry, where human contact is essential for successful exchange of value. People who don't maintain a good personal hygiene will inevitably be less successful than counterparts. They tend to be trusted less. People want to spend little time in their present, and this has far-reaching ramifications in their personal lives as well. If people don't like being around you, what kind of partner will you attract? It might seem trivial, but the first step to success should be an early morning shower. Number six, poor people have no money saved. One of the key differences between poor people and rich people is that the former don't prepare for what's next. Having money set aside allows for growth and security. If something bad happens, having savings means the problem can be solved. The life can continue as usual. Without savings, an urgent situation forces you to either liquidate an asset like your car, house, or take out a loan. For the rich, when the situation is over, they are left in the same positions minus the saving. For someone who's poor, their lifestyle is dramatically impacted or now belong to the creditors. Conversely, if an opportunity arises, those with money set aside can reside the chance to expand their lives, while those without savings cannot take full advantage of the opportunities. This is why the rich keep getting richer, the poor get poorer. Number seven, poor people blame others for their misfortune. How many people do you know who have sort of excuse or blame others factor for not being successful yet? Well, there are certainly things out of our control. 90% of your life is on you. Remember, you are in charge of your life, your relationship, your success, and your health. If you want these to change, do something about it. Life is not what happens to us. It's how we react to what happened to us. When something bad happens, the poor often choose to victimize themselves while the rich analyze the situation. They seek to understand what happened, why it happened, and how they can protect themselves from it in the future. While one group assumes the positions of the vulnerable victim, the other uses as an opportunity for growth. Number eight, poor people tend to have more kids at a young age. The truth is, kids are really expensive. We all know how fun it is to make them, or at least practicing making them, but we often don't think beyond this point. Just to give you some perspective, if you're living in a more developed country, raising a child will cost you approximately $250,000 due to a lack of education, environmental factors, and other issues. Poor people tend to have more children and at a young age than their rich counterparts, while the rich wait until their standard of living improves to ensure the right environment and provide the condition for their children to flourish. The poor often go ahead without such considerations. Once babies arrive, the struggle begins, making it almost impossible to progress beyond merely surviving. Number nine, poor people use credit cards or take out loans for useless things. One of the main differences between the rich and the poor is how they use credit. The rule is simple. If you take a loan to buy something that doesn't generate more money than the loan, don't take that. That's simple, okay? You should only use credit if what you're using for it is an investment. Want to take a loan for a great party surrounding with a lot of beautiful girls? Don't. Want a loan to buy a new Nike shoe? No, don't. Want to use credit card to get a new iPhone? No, don't. Unless you are flipping the Nike shoe for profit, like reselling it for who has passion on collecting shoe with a higher price, or using an iPhone to develop an app to grow your business. Instead, earn the money first, then spend it. Number 10, poor people surround themselves with other poor people. You are the sum of 5 people you hang out with most. If you are surrounded by 4 poor people, guess who's the fifth? One of the ways people ensure they stay poor is by associating with other poor people who reinforce their limiting beliefs. You need people around you will inspire you, push you further, and are doing incredible things themselves. That success will motivate you to exceed your current relative. If you're hanging out with the same people you did when you were young, you might want to reconsider. Don't be afraid to step away from the crowd and move on to something better. If you don't, your potential might be crushed by those who want to feel better about their own lives by ensuring you suffer the same fate. Number 11, poor people do not do regular health checks. I've touched on the importance of health check before, but this is especially critical. Poor people often neglect their regular health checkups. Let's say it's by chance you end up having a serious disease like cancer. If you do regular checkups, you might discover it in the early stage, making treatment possible at a lower cost. If, on the other hand, you neglect regular checkups, you might only discover it when it's too late. This can cost you and your entire family fortune, and no matter how much you have, you might still lose your life. Number 12. Poor people never follow through on their dreams. You can't control who your parents are, where you are born, or how society treats you. The only thing you can control is the amount of time and effort you put into your dreams. Every person has 24 hours in a day. Yes, some accomplish much more than others. If you dedicate yourself to learning and implementing what you're passionate about, success is only the matter of time. You've heard that 9 out of 10 businesses fail in their first 3 years, but do you know how many businesses fail? Because they never got started. All of them, if you have an idea, work on it. Put it out there, get feedback, improve it, and learn again and again. The world doesn't own you anything. Nobody does. Believe it or not, you are in this by yourself. You're in charge of what happens in your life. Many people believe they will be young, they will be successful. But then reality happens. The world we live in rewards only the best. Those who never quit, who keep learning, keep adapting, and understand that nobody will solve the problem for them. They face challenges head on and along the way may meet like-minded individuals who share parts of the journey.
Thanks for watching. I hope you found this insight on the 12 differences between the poor and the rich helpful. Remember, it's never too late to start adopting these positive habits and mindset to improve your financial future. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and share with your friends. And don't forget to leave a comment below letting us know which habits and mindset you found most interesting and useful. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Thanks again for watching.